I got to ask this next part of the question, and that is, given that our nonprofit boards, hire and fire our leadership, do they understand the concept of interim leadership? Are you seeing this, Erick? You mentioned that, as a coach and you've done interim work yourself. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it varies on the sophistication of the board, how knowledgeable they are. So there are, it's a continuum. There are some boards who are really clear, and I would say probably most boards are not clear about what this is. I think that perception of seat warmer is really the common perspective. I think very few boards are really prepared for succession planning for those transitions. There's sometimes that disconnect between the management of an organization and the governance, and what does an organization actually need in a time of transition, and interims get to help provide stability in that time of transition. So I think there's a strong piece of need to do education with boards for sure around what this is and what it can do and what the possibilities are.
Joan, what do you think in terms of the interim going in and providing that stewardship of an organization, but at the same time also crafting a story or a lens or a narrative back to the board as to what's going on and maybe presenting different information? I mean, does that happen? And if it does, that's got to be a little dicey.
Well, one thing that helps is that the interim is not, in most instances, a candidate for the permanent position. So it may be dicey, but their job is not on the line. I always say we go into interim positions pre-fired. We're going to end that job, and that's a given fact. So we can take a few more risks. We can be a little bit bolder and braver than someone that has to protect their job in bringing everyone together in a shared reality. That's why we think every interim engagement should begin with an organizational assessment. Are we all on the same page? Do we share a reality about where this organization actually is? Not just where we think it is or where we wish it would be, but where is it? And then the interim can build on that together with all of the folks in the organization, paid and unpaid people. This is where we are. Where do we want to be? So it can be dicey, but it's what an interim can do that nobody else can.